Hey and welcome, I'm Hammeh and we have news that Overwatch Archives is going to be out on the 10th of April. Uprising has been renamed, we have the name of the event. This is the teaser that went up on the Overwatch Twitter not too long ago, and I will quickly run you through some interesting differences between this teaser and last year's teaser. Finally, a little bit of speculation as to what we're going to be getting mission-wise, and it looks like a new mission is going to be coming. So, first things first. In this teaser, we can see a few little things. Now, you need to watch the center of this teaser. You will see a little logo flash in and out. That's the Blackwatch logo. That is new. And you may have just seen a little glitch there on the screen. We're going to zoom into that in a bit. I'll show you last year's teaser after this. So keep your eyes in the middle of the screen for the Blackwatch logo looping around, that little glitch that we just saw. And then finally this logo in the bottom left-hand corner. They're the three differences. So the Blackwatch logo, which is on screen now, surely we're going to have a Blackwatch mission. I don't think that's in there by accident, which is really, really awesome. We did have speculation about that. What could it involve? I have a few candidates. Blackwatch obviously must have run many missions. It'll be interesting to see which we get and which is focused on. Now, next up, if you have a little look in the bottom left-hand corner, you see this new logo, and this logo, I've had a good look through all of my records and all of my own archives. I can't see this anywhere in Overwatch right now. Some people have said it looks similar to various things. I don't think it's actually in the comics. It's certainly not one of the companies I've noticed before. However, it does look like an A. It looks a little bit Athena-esque in some ways, though it's not Athena's logo that we've seen. So Archives would be a reasonably good shout. Maybe this is the Archives logo that we're going to see as part of the event. Now, last but not least, in terms of changes, I will just drop away from this one so you can see the old teaser. You can see here, of course, the Overwatch logo spinning in the bottom left. You can see the same number in terms of the file number, and you can see obviously in the middle of this image there is no Blackwatch logo revolving around. So a different teaser to the one used last year. This year, the event is releasing April 10th, so a week's time on Tuesday. Now, I'm going to zoom in to the final little glitch of it. Remember that when we were playing this video, you saw it just there. There's a little glitch. Let's enhance and show you what's going on there. So you can see that there's actually a bit of a change here. You can see that there's a change in the file number there. It's an earlier number than the other one. The other one was in the 300s, this is in the 200s, 274 or so. You can then see a couple of words there, and you can see that the first word, if you look at it carefully, I think there's a C and a K in the middle. The end looks like watch. With the Blackwatch logo, that's got to be Blackwatch, right? The CK in the middle. Blackwatch something. It's going to be interesting to see what this second word is. The number actually almost changes. It looks as though it tweaks from a 7. Maybe it goes to 8 years ago. And then the security clearance, if you mouse back and forth, looks like it's classified, perhaps rather than confidential. So some changes in that little glitch if you actually pause this. And I'll let it play through one more time. There it is. Now, if we're going to be getting a Blackwatch mission, we've got a Blackwatch logo, we've got what looks like to be Blackwatch in this glitch, then what could the mission be? Well, if we actually go to last year's Uprising comic, we know of a few missions that Blackwatch may or may not have been involved in. We certainly know that Blackwatch in its history was accused of a bunch of different things. Indeed, Overwatch was accused of a bunch of different funny things as well, many of which seemed very, very dodgy. So here we have a few different options, for example. How about this Cairo incident that we see in the middle? And Director Petrus ordered a full investigation. Were Blackwatch involved in that, maybe trying to protect them or otherwise? Certainly an incident that could be investigated and that's happened before Uprising. That's the most important thing. In the middle here, Blackwatch under scrutiny after the complaint from the Japanese government. Is that something to do with the Shimada clan, perhaps activities in Japan? Remember that Blackwatch was also accused of unauthorized, Overwatch was accused of unauthorized activity, sort of like infiltration, kind of impinging on sovereign territory. Well, Uprising is an example of that. Overwatch went into London, into the UK, without permission from the Prime Minister, as we found out after Uprising last year. Other options, well, Anna, for example, she says she's still on the watch list at Volskaya Industries. Did Overwatch do something in Russia? That's certainly an option. One of Zarya's voice lines is also, my country doesn't need Overwatch. I think she also has one that's kind of like stay out of my country or something like that. So Russia certainly not too happy with Overwatch in various ways, either they don't need Overwatch in their national psyche or something else. So who knows? Last but not least, let's not forget Moira. Now, Moira being part of Overwatch are involved was unveiled as part of, in her bio, if you have a look in her lore bio on the website, the Venice incident. And we now know that Talon are based or have their council meetings in Venice, as we saw in Doomfist's comic Masquerade. So there are just but some candidates. We obviously know that Blackwatch went on a mission against the Deadwatch gang. That's how McCree was recruited. It all depends on how far back in Overwatch's couple of decades, roughly, of keeping world peace, of activity that we go, if that's indeed the time frame that Overwatch was alive in and working in, and how long Blackwatch was a part of that picture. But there are many Blackwatch missions it could be. We've been teased as to some things that Blackwatch have probably been involved in, so who knows what it could be. Last but not least, let's loop it back to this mural image, and thank you very, very much to one of my followers on Twitter who sent this over, Kylabyte. Now, this is a mural that went up in Melbourne. You may have seen my video on it yesterday. We see McCree and Genji in their current day kind of outfits, in what may be Dorado from that sort of ziggurat in the background, studying a study perhaps with a broken window. Now, we don't know quite what's going on here, but these two were members of Blackwatch. They're now not in their Blackwatch gear. Are they revisiting the scene of an old Blackwatch operation? What does this mural have to do with anything to do with Archives coming up? I have no idea. I speculated on it yesterday, but it now looks as though McCree and Genji were part of Blackwatch. We have a mural of them in the present day. Who knows how this could be tied, but it seems that we're going to be getting a new Blackwatch mission, as well as Uprising returning as well. So that's really, really exciting. We don't have long to wait, about 10 days or so. I really, really can't wait to see. What do you think we're going to be playing? What Blackwatch mission would you like to see played? What characters would you like to see played? I can't wait to find out. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. A big shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon who help me make the longer videos and a lot of what I do possible. So thank you very much. If you like this video, please do throw a like, sub, comment with what you'd like to see. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. And I'm going to have more voice lines and interactions coming up for you soon. Big shout out to Shay Menti as my latest Patreon supporter as well. Cheers for tuning in. I've been Hammeh. Take it easy.